Well, you've been to a few of these. You've witnessed a few of these. You were at this one last year. When it's yours, what is the feeling like?
Great, felt amazing. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of hugs, and dap ups, but it's a blessing. It was fun. Makes you miss it with these guys, and I don't know, just a lot of memories that go by. So I'm appreciative of it, and then of course the new journey coming up. So you're kind of closing, this chapter of your life and moving on to the next. But a lot of fun, a lot of work done in this indoor too. So it was good vibes.
How do you feel like you did today with all your guys? Plus, you got a Chase Cotto who you didn't get to play with back in
Yep.
the day, but you got him here. You got
Yeah,
Kenyon
Chase.
out there as a young guy.
Chase looked good. Looks like a model. I was telling him he's got the nose piercing, and then just six pack abs the whole night. I'm like, dude, put me on your program, And then Kenyon, just seeing him do his thing, kind of a late ad, honestly, but have a bunch of reps with him too, and just excited that he had that opportunity. But also, I got to throw it to him again, so that was a lot of fun. And then just everyone, I think you put in a lot of work. I was by Trey and Tez in Huntington Beach when we were training, but and Pat, but just getting the crew back together, and like I said, you spend a lot of time working with it all year, and then this is kind of it, and we'll all go on our separate journeys, hopefully with somebody, but yeah, I love those guys. It was a lot of fun.
What is this whole experience, senior ball, the combine, this? What has this kind of been like to you?
It's been uncertain, and unknown, territories for us, but for me, I feel like that's where most of my growth has come from, is during those times. So I'd be a hypocrite to say it hasn't been good for me. I've learned a lot through this process. It's just, you always wonder, am I doing too little? Am I doing too much? Because it's your first and last time doing it. So just finding that balance, but have good people around me and who've, been around people who've been through this process. And I try to ask as many questions as I can, but for the most part, you just need one team, one believer. And, right when that day happens, and it's back to work.
When you're somebody who takes so much pride in your decision making on and off the field,
Yep.
and control of where you go, for 10 years you have controlled everywhere you've gone.
Yep.
To face a situation where you have no control,
Yep.
what is that like? Because again, for 10 years you have picked every one of your spots 4 times over.
Yeah, it's faith, and trust and belief, and I'm a believer, in God, and know that He's got a path for me that I got to just trust. Although it's harder during this time, right? Because usually you can at least choose the people you want to be around for however long that may be, but this time you don't. So I've talked about it a bunch, but you don't want to be somebody you're not. I have confidence in who I am, and I think when you're able to just be yourself, then there's no misalignment. They know exactly what they're getting in me, and hopefully the same in them. So that's been easy for me, knowing that, and that's all I can control. But easier said than done, as I've said before as well. But I'm looking forward to it. The challenge, the growth as a person, and we're all trying to find our purpose in life, and how we can create value and impact. And I'm currently on that journey of searching for that and learning and growing.
You got any top 30s lined up?
I do. I would tell you it's a little secretive, as you could imagine. But I got 2 of them lined up, and then 3 private workouts.
You got a chance to talk with Bo and Justin. I'm sure you've talked to them maybe before, maybe you haven't. But
Yep.
What were the words that they shared with you? Any advice? Anything that they said that sticks out to you?
Yeah, I think just catching up one. Justin's a guy as well. You just look at all Oregon quarterbacks, and I think you can look in history, even to Joey Harrington, who I was around at the combine, Marcus, I text a bunch, Justin being here, Bo being here. You just look at the quality of person that has been a quarterback at Oregon, and you appreciate that, and it's such a special place to have a quarterback that represents this place well on and off the field, and I think we take pride in that. I definitely do, and knew that was my responsibility, and hope I'm in addition to those names. But how special is that, and we're just missing Marcus and here, but gosh, it's a great fraternity of QBs, and I'm glad to represent it well as well. And I think when you catch up with them, I know Justin obviously through Pat and Bo through Tez, but look at those connections as well. It's really a family deal as well. So great to be around them, great to have them here, and you admire what they've done in their career and you try to learn from it. But more importantly, I think we've done something similar here in Oregon, so appreciate each other.
Dylan, from your time in Eugene and your time at College Station, what do you think has been your biggest growth throughout just your college experience?
Yeah, I'll say this. I think, going from Orlando and UCF, Oklahoma and Norman to even, here at Oregon, I think it's hard. I think Eugene definitely got the best version of myself, and most confident, most, knowing myself the best at this point in my life. So obviously that goes hand in hand with my play on the field. And, it speaks of the people here, and I'm grateful for every step of the journey. Of course, it's rocky in some steps, but I kept swinging, I kept fighting, and I've always stayed true to who I am and relied on relationships. So I'm just grateful for this place. I love this place. It is forever home. My little brother might be going to college near here. So, I'll be a steady flight into Eugene probably here in the next couple of years. But on top of, me just coming home. So I love these guys. I love this place. And Coach Lanning makes it easy for us to, just feel at home. And that's a huge thing once you're done playing at this level is, being able to come back and be around people you love. So
When there's a lot of transfers that came in for you as one-year guys.
Yep.
You, Derek in particular, Johnny was a couple years, but why should future transfers like yourself? Why is this the right fit? Why does this work out? But you say you got the best version of yourself because
Yep.
Derek's going to be one of those guys people look at and go, "Oh, he may probably would have been draft pick, but maybe a first-round draft pick."
Yep.
You're going to finish off wherever you end up going. Why should a future transfer do the same thing you do?
Well, you look at history too, and the people who've done it before with transfers that came here and the success they've had. But you look at the track record of Coach Lanning too, in creating an environment, on and off the field, the best facilities to be at your best training. But I've always bet on people, and that's why I've had success in my career in multiple times. And the people here, the people Coach Lanning continues to bring in, are high-level people. So if you want to be around greatness, you got to be surrounded by that, not just yourself, but people that have that kind of habits, consistently. And I've just grown a bunch. And guys who've been in the league here, and coach a high-level football, you just learn a lot. Within my year, I've learned probably a bunch, within my whole career. So there's so much, but you got to be the right type of person to choose here as well. And it's not for everyone, and it shouldn't be. That's how special this place is.
You mentioned the role of an Oregon quarterback and how it's gone past for the last couple on yourself. How do you feel like, whether it's Dante or Austin, how do you feel like those guys can live up to that?
Yeah, I think whoever it may be, I think they're all ready for it. I've been around them, and playing quarterback, you can't just do it yourself. And there's a lot of guys that contributed to, my personal success, but the team, we're selfless. And that whole quarterback room, just how tight-knit it is. And I'm a believer in everyone in that room, not just their physical skills. They're talented. That's why they're at Oregon. But the people they are, the work they put in. And, shoot, they push me day to day. Me and Dante are on the same squat rack getting it in, or Austin, being one of the stronger guys as well. I think we had a healthy competitive nature in that room, and I felt supported throughout the whole year. And in many rooms, there's guys that look over your back or hoping for, negative results, but those guys were all about the team success. So I'm excited. I watched them the second practice. I'll probably be back as well when I have private workouts and stuff, but they'll be just fine.
They just offered a young Mililani quarterback yesterday.
Really?
Know anything about Samson? They just offered him literally yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, one, I love that. Shout out Mililani boys.
He's a 27 guy. So I
He's a
didn't know if he was
27?
solid.
Okay, yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
I'll have to see it.
Yeah.
That's big time, though. You said a quarterback?
Yeah. 27. I believe it.
I got to do my research. I got Mililani. We got some fun stuff there, so shout out Mililani. You'll see real soon.
What does Dillon Gabriel bring to the NFL team that selects him?
Yeah, I bring the most experience ever at any college or high school quarterback, could bring. And I've played as a freshman on varsity in high school all 4 years, and then started as a freshman and played up until this point. So all I know is playing, and all I know is preparing a certain way. All I know is, winning. And I think I've brought the perfect balance of experience, knowing a bunch of different styles of football, winning at all levels. I think, doing it at the Group of Five, doing it, at Oklahoma, and then here. And then just I'm a guy who's eager to learn. I want to learn, and that's how I've been so successful thus far. And I know that won't change for me. It's who I am as a person. It's my nature, and more than those things, I think if you ask anyone I've been around and the type of value and impact I've created, they'll speak better than myself self-promoting that way. And I think that for itself will be just fun. And watch the tape. The tape again. I think the tape never lies. And trying to do it 6 years back to back to back, as you could imagine, that's a long time in college. But it's hard to do. And if you watch it, I've always been around great guys, but the law of attraction is so real. And I've been able to bring that out of somebody, and they've done the same for me. So, yeah, I'd just say, you look back, there's a long track record of football. All good?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.